Hello, everyone. This is Nathan Bridges from Nathan's Nuggets, and today I'm with former UC Merced volleyball player Dominique Andrews. Thanks for joining me today.
Yeah, for sure. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me.
No problem. I'll start with the first question. How old were you when you started playing volleyball?
Uh, when I started playing volleyball, I started in eighth grade, so I was like 11, I think, 10, no, 12, 12.
So you started in eighth grade.
Yeah, I started in eighth grade. Yeah.
Did you play any other sports?
Um, since I was like a kid, I played basketball. So I played basketball up until I'd say my freshman year of high school. And then at that point, like I don't know. I made a decision and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna play volleyball. I'm not gonna
So
do any other.
you want to
Huh?
focus on volleyball
Yeah, I wanted to focus on one sport.
to
So
so you could improve on just one thing, so you could focus
yeah,
the whole time.
yeah, for sure, for sure. So that was my thing. Yeah.
What is the most intense high school volleyball game you have ever played in?
Oh man. I think the most intense game was against. I think my we played them twice in a tournament. So my junior and senior year, we played. I don't know if you know of Independence High School in Bakersfield.
I never heard of them.
Okay, yeah, well, like them, they're probably like number one in their conference, like probably like top 10 in California, and
Wow.
yeah, they were really good. Everybody on their team was going D1. Yeah, it was a really good team, and I remember I think it was my senior year when we played them. We were like in the fifth set. It was like 14-13. We were up by one, and then something happened, and like my coach made a substitution, and it like ended the game. And they, I don't know, something happened. It was like an illegal substitution, and they ended up winning the game. But it was like the craziest game I've ever played in. Like even I played in some crazy games in college, but that game was like wild. Like I'm not lying. You have to be there.
That sounds pretty great. And that was a close game too.
Very close. Yeah.
When did you know you wanted to pursue volleyball and play it in college?
Um, I think it was like the end of my freshman season when, because I played on the freshman team my freshman year of high school, and then when playoffs started for our varsity team, my coach pulled me up to the varsity team, and he was just like, if you take this seriously and if you dedicate time and effort, then you can play in college. And at that time I was just like, all right, like whatever, you're just saying stuff because you want me to play. But like I really like internalized it, and then that summer after, no, the off season after our season, so like November going into January, all that stuff. Um, I just went hard, like every day, just went hard every day off season, and then I played club. So yeah, that's when I realized, okay, I could probably do something. I could probably go to the next level. Yeah.
So you thought your coach was just saying that at first?
Well, you're in high school. You're just like it's the first time you're really playing. Because I played in middle school, but like high school is like when you really like get competitive and stuff.
Hmm.
And you hear coaches saying stuff all the time. So I'm thinking, all right, like it's whatever. But I really, I just happened to really internalize it. And the coach that said it to me, like we happen to be really close and still close to this day. So yeah, I should have believed him from the start. But yeah.
But then after that, you started working your game a lot.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Like every day, like sometimes twice a day, before class, after class. Like, yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
What did you like about UC Merced?
What I liked about UC Merced, so honestly, when I first started, I was like, okay, this is something I have to get used to, right? Because even though I am from the valley, um, like I was used to like every kid thinks about it like this. Like when I go to college, I want to go to a big school. I want to go I want to go to like football games. I want to do this. I want to do that. Like blah blah blah. So that's what you're thinking. So like when I got to UC Merced, I was like, okay, it's smaller, it's more rural, like they don't have a football team. But when it came to like the academic side of things, like I feel like it was like one of the best decisions I've ever made, just because like the like professor to student ratio was smaller, so it gave me a chance to really like buckle down my classes, and that really helped me like my sophomore year when I started like really tuning in and doing like better in school, my classes and everything. So I think so it started like with the academics, and after that like everything else like fell into place. Like people made the most out of it, like the social like atmosphere was really cool, like all the athletic staff, like all the teams and everyone was like really close. So yeah, I think that's what I liked about it.
So you had to get used to that it was smaller at first.
Yeah, something I had to get used to. It didn't take me long, but it was just different than what I was like kind of thinking about schools I was thinking about going to.
A
Yeah.
different feeling.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
What were you feeling in the first volleyball game you ever played in for UC Merced?
I think the first volleyball game I played in was Menlo. It was against Menlo, and I want to say it was a home game. Might have been away, but I was just excited to play. I didn't, not any freshmen on our team were getting playing time, so I was like, okay, like I'm trying to come in, do what I'm supposed to do, and come out because I want to continue to play. You know what I mean? And if I'm not mistaken, I think it was a home game. I think my family was there. Like it was just so exciting because they didn't expect me to play. So yeah, it was a great time. It was a great time. I was
So
so
you're
excited.
just excited to go out there and play.
Yeah, for sure. Because like when you come in as a freshman, you're not expecting much. You're just expecting just to kind of just be there for your teammates, be a team player, be encouraging, give energy and stuff like that. But it's like when you get the opportunity to step on the court, it's like okay, let me show out a little bit, but not too much.
You want to show them that you can do it. Like
Exactly. Yeah, for sure. So yeah, that was like my first experience, like my first how I felt playing first
just
game.
ready to show them.
Heck yeah, heck yeah. But not too much though.
Not too much, like overboard.
Yeah.
What were you feeling in the game your sophomore year versus Life Pacific College, where you had 14 kills and 5 blocks?
14 kills, 5 loss. Life Pacific. Um, honestly, I can't remember 100%, but like in any game situation, I'm the type of player who's just like locked in, ready to go. Like I don't think I've ever really been nervous to play, and I think that's something that helped. Like I kind of developed over time with like confidence and like kind of building up my what type of player that that I'm going to be. So it's just like I'm pretty sure I came in there confident. 14 kills, 5 blocks. That's not bad at all, actually. So I was just ready to contribute, to my team and like help everyone out. But yeah, I think that was a good game. I think from what I remember.
So you just are locked in to play.
Yeah, it's just how I am. Like I'm just so ready to play, so eager, so ready to like, run the stats up that I'm not really thinking about like, oh my God, like this, I'm like 5'11", this girl's like 6'2", like I'm scared, Like
Mm-hmm.
it's never been that, which is great. So yeah.
Who is your favorite athlete?
My favorite athlete is James Harden.
He's good for the Rockets.
Yeah, he's for sure good. He gets a lot of hate though. So,
Mm-hmm.
haters be our motivators or whatever, but like I respect James Harden. Yeah.
Because they think he's like a ball hog or whatever.
Yeah, everybody says he's a ball hog. Everybody says he travels. Everybody says he doesn't play defense. But hey, he's James Harden. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
What was it like being named an honorable mention All American as a junior?
Honestly, it was the best feeling ever because I didn't even think at all that I would get that title. Like 100% did not think it. Like I know so like my freshman year I did okay. My sophomore year I did like a little less than okay. And then my junior year I kind of like popped out and I was just like, running it up like every game I tried to like run it up, help my team and stuff like that because I know like the year before I didn't do what I like the best to contribute to my team. So it's like my next year I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna help my team out. We're gonna go crazy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like what was I gonna say about that? Like I don't know. I just didn't expect it. Like especially with the league that we have. Like where UC Merced is always like kind of getting neglected in the realm of like recognition when it comes to awards and like all the accolades and all this stuff. So I wasn't expecting it at all. And then when they called my name, I was like, whoa, like all American, me? Okay, cool. Like this is dope.
So you were
So
kind of surprised at it?
yeah, I was definitely surprised. Like, wow, you guys really think I'm an all American? I appreciate it. And I won't argue with you, but thank you. Like, it's cool.
What
Yeah.
was the environment like in the Calpac championship game?
Oh man. So, well, I had two experiences in championship games. So my sophomore year and my senior year. So my sophomore year, like crazy. It's probably one of the craziest games I've ever played in, right? So it's
Mm-hmm.
like I think we're playing it's either Embry Riddle or Benedictine, can't remember. And it's like the fifth set. Like we're up by two, I think, at this point. And then like it's just everybody's intense, everybody's screaming, like everybody's just ready to go. And then I think like I think we missed a block or something like that. And then they got a point, and then we missed a serve, and like the game was just over. So we lost that game. It was crazy, but it's just like all that effort, and then boom, like two things happen. It's like dang, it's over with. But probably one of the most fun games I've ever played in. And then my senior year, that was against Embry Riddle in Arizona. Um, that game was just like a lot of emotions, like just a whole bunch of emotions. Because at that point, we were like a senior heavy team, and everybody wants it. We've been here like 4 years together, so everybody wants
Mm-hmm.
it. And then it's just like when the little mistakes keep adding up, and it comes at the wrong time, and it just we kind of folded a little bit, but nevertheless, it was a good game. It was just like very emotional. I'll speak for myself. I was emotional. Okay, and yeah, it was a good game though, but kind of sad how it ended. But yeah,
That was emotional because it was your last game for UC Merced.
yeah, that's really what it was. It was the last game. I wanted to win so bad, but it just didn't end up that way. So
It was
yeah,
the end of your career at UC Merced.
yeah, and especially because well, at that time I was like, okay, like I'm kind of upset about it, but we have spring season. We're gonna play spring ball, and then boom, Corona hit, no spring ball. So I'm like, dang, like,
So you weren't
yeah,
able to do the spring one because of the COVID.
yeah, dude, it kind of sucks, but it is what it is. I'm not the only one who's feeling this way. Everybody, all athletes everywhere are going.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Disappointing.
yeah,
And that, like, the fall stuff might not happen.
exactly. The fall stuff isn't even happening for UC Merced, so
Mm-hmm.
kind of sucks. But it's all about safety and health, so you gotta roll with the punches, I guess.
What was the most intense game at UC Merced you have ever played in?
Um, so definitely sophomore year championship game. Um, let's see, probably Probably like my junior year against Marymount. Um, yeah, Marymount College. They were like so good, and they had this girl on the team. She's my friend, by the way. This girl on the team, number 4. I was number 4, and she's same position as me. Her name was Aiko, and like, dude, when I say crazy bounce, like she was up. So like the whole game, we're kind of just going back and forth, and just like if I get a bounce 10 foot, she gets a bounce 10 foot. Like we're just going back and forth and everything. And I think we ended up losing that game in 5. We lost the game in 5, and like I had like 33 kills. She had like 31 kills. So like just the game was just so crazy. Like my teammates were hustling. Like yeah, it's probably one of the most intense and most fun games I've ever played in.
That sounds like a crazy game.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely crazy. Yeah.
You had a lot of kills in that game.
Yeah, I definitely did. That's probably like one of my highest. My highest in my college career right there. Sure. Yeah.
What was it like being the second player in program history to reach 1,000 kills?
Honestly, it feels great because the person who holds number 1 is Rachel, and I love Rachel. And like, she played outside. I think she played. I think she graduated my sophomore year, so she played my freshman and sophomore year, and like, she was great. You know, she was very tall and just very like her IQ was like super high, so she just knew what to do at all times, right? And
Mhm.
I kind of aspired to be like that. I aspired to be consistent and just smart with my plays and everything. And like, I honestly didn't think I was gonna make it to 1,000, but somehow I did. So yeah, it's cool. It's like really cool to like make history, you know. So yeah, it's a really cool
Uh,
experience.
You'll always be like on the UC Merced history thing for that.
That's a good part about
Hmm.
you said right there, people. It's a
Hmm.
good part because you can make history. You know what I mean? Like,
Hmm.
yeah.
What's it like leaving UC Merced first in program history with 3 kills per set?
See, another in history right there. But feels cool. Like I don't know, it just feels great. Like when I'm playing and everything, it doesn't really seem um like it's not on my mind to like break records or to make history or to do this on the other. It's just to play, right? So when I have that intention of just playing, that's when I'm like at my best, and that's when all these accolades come out of nowhere, because I feel like I'm not worried about like trying to prove to everyone like I'm the best player out here. It's just like I'm just playing, and I know, and I just have that confidence, like nobody's gonna beat me. That's my confidence, you know. But
Hmm.
yeah,
Your confidence just to make sure no one's gonna beat you.
yeah. It's just like you don't want to like I don't know. It's just you work so hard, you practice every day, maybe 3 times a day, and you're like, okay, I put in all this work and practice. Like I have to like show out like at the game. I have to do what I'm supposed to do at the game, you know? So
Hmm.
yeah, that's just my mindset. Yeah.
Then the last question I have is for fun. You get to take any 3 athletes to dinner. They can be past or present. Who are you taking?
This one, I even like wrote it out, tried to think about it, and I can't really I would definitely take James Harden, right? Yeah. I don't have like a crush on him or anything, but I just like think he's really a really cool person, right? So then James Harden, um, I'd say Jesse Owens, because I like the just it's history, so it's something that I want to experience and talk about and really like internalize and stuff like that. Third, dang. Do you know who you would take to dinner? 3 athletes to dinner? Because this is hard.
um, Russell Westbrook, definitely, because he's my favorite basketball player.
Okay.
Um, Joshua Kelly, he's a running back for the Chargers, and he
Okay.
played for UCLA.
Okay.
The third one, I don't know actually.
Yeah, it's hard. The last one is the hardest part. Who would I? Let's see. Okay, I'm thinking football, and I'm thinking. Dang. Primetime baby. Primetime baby. Number 21. Why can't I think of his name right now?
Deion Sanders.
Sanders. Yeah, boom. I would take primetime. And that's just because like I'm it's just like as an athlete, it's just like sometimes you're attracted to like the type of mindsets like other players have. And I think like, even though like Deion Sanders was kind of like arrogant, kind of out there, blah blah blah, he still had that like same like a sort of confidence about him and a sort of like way he carried himself as a player. So I think that's really cool.
His
So
confidence level.
yeah, heck yeah, it was super high.
The third one, actually, I would take Michael Jordan.
Hey, that's a good one too. I didn't even think about Michael Jordan for some reason. Yeah, that's definitely a good one. But yeah.
All
Okay.
right, thanks for joining me today. Those are all the questions I have.
Okay, I have a question for you.
Okay.
Right? So, when did you start getting into like sports journalism and interviewing and stuff like that?
Well, when I started my YouTube channel, it was like last August,
Uh-huh.
so it's about to be a year. Then the interviews, I thought of it just over the quarantine. I had a lot of time to think.
Okay, that's
I
smart.
reached out to someone from around here, and he plays basketball for Oregon now, and he responded. So that was my first interview, and then with that, I just kept reaching out.
That's cool. That's cool though. That's really good that you're starting so young though. A lot of
Thank you.
Yeah, a lot of kids, your age aren't focused on that right now. They're doing a bunch of weird other stuff. But that's good. It was nice to sit here and talk to you though. I really appreciate your time and everything.
Thank you. I appreciate you taking the time to do the interview.
Yeah, for sure.